Dukes of Weebdom.
Dukes of Weebdom.
Episode 91. Welcome in. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. What's new in the hood? Anything?
Yeah.
Still just smashing away at Path of Exile.
Yeah, let's finish the campaign. We'll finish the first playthrough of the campaign. Now to go through the harder playthrough of the campaign.
Oh, yeah, and then get to Endgame.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yes.
There you go. How's the end of the campaign?
Good. Last boss was cool.
Cooler than Act 1 boss that you were raving about? No.
He's still the coolest.
This is the coolest boss, just period, or?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. The Act 3 boss was pretty cool. They used every form of like elemental magic, and then when you get them down to half health, they just magnetize a mech together.
Jesus.
And then phase 2 starts.
A legit just mech?
Yeah.
So like
literally magneto it together. And there's one attack they do in the mech where they like burst all the pieces out, and there's like electricity connecting all the bits, and it reforms into a giant fist that hovers over you and crashes down.
So does Path of Exile just not care about like staying to one genre? I've never played any Path of Exile. Or is it really just like more just dark fantasy? It's just this guy just happens to have a mech.
Yeah, he just happens to have a mech.
Because like you play like my only frame of reference is Diablo. So you play Diablo, just everything is just demons. You know what I mean? It's just very tight in the themes and aesthetics. So I didn't know if like you said giant mechs.
For the most part, it stays to the themes and aesthetics, but I don't know, they just went grandiose with this one, I guess.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
No, that's lit.
Yes. There's one attack where it shoots these little thin like laser beams, like the straight up ones that spies would weave between and shit, but it does it in like a circle, spins them and circles the room, and that shit just eats your health. Each beam individually damages you as it passes through.
Ooh.
So if I don't do any kind of moving and it goes by, it literally just eats my whole health bar and you're dead.
Yeah, I've from what I've seen and what people have said, it seems that it's more of a skill expression game.
Yeah. I mean, you could like all ARPGs, you can outstats thing, but I don't know. This is very balanced around having a Dark Souls dodge roll, so I'm not even sure if you could just outdamage.
You
everything.
have immunity during your roll.
Yeah, like a couple iframes here and there. So like that one, I was trying to dodge into it to try to take as few beams as possible.
Was it working for you?
Yeah. I mean, I still took hits every single time I did, but I didn't die.
Hey, that's what matters.
Also, my character has like a rewinded time. I was trying to abuse that to get around it too.
The skill that freezes time for the mages, does that work on bosses?
Yeah, it does. It sure does.
And they just stop and you can just attack them and do whatever you want?
Yep. Just a few seconds, but it does work. A few
seconds is a few seconds.
And they're just stopped.
I assume it's probably on a long cooldown.
Oh, yeah.
Now, it's stop time. Does that mean it stops, like, projectiles midair and stuff like that, too?
It seems like a no on that one.
Oh, that'd be cool if it's just, like, a pause button.
But if they're, like, mid trying to shoot it out and I stop them, that doesn't keep going. It literally stops them as they're doing it, too.
Right, so if you're in a boss that's, like, meteors are raining down while you're fighting them and you use that, the meteors are still going to rain down?
Yeah. But if he was charging up a flamethrower, and even if it's, like, right in my face about to come out, it'll still be stopped.
That's cool, though.
And the cooldown's enough, and all of the limitations are enough that I could use it a few times a boss fight. Because it also has diminishing returns if I use it within 30 seconds of the last time. So, like, if they're affected by it again before that 30 seconds is up, it'll only last, like, 1 second instead.
That's good, because I'm sure that there's going to be builds to break that, to make it so you're just trying to cast it a ways.
Hell, even in my own Ascendancy, if I wanted to invest the rest of my points to get to it, there's a skill to reset your other cooldowns, so you could freeze time, reset your cooldowns, and freeze time again.
Nice.
But they thought of that clearly.
Well, I mean, they have to. It's a fucking skill tree that massive. You know what I mean? Crazy.
So I get to that end game already. Probably gonna be like another 2 weeks away from me though.
Yeah, I mean it's taken you 2 weeks to get to this point, so.
Big sad.
Indeed.
So it would be an end game right here. I've died 140 times.
Get good, scrub.
I have been.
Get good, scrub.
I have been. There's only one boss I truly cheesed. One I asked my friend. I was like, "Hey, I'm right next to this boss room. I really don't want to try this again. Come help me out." And we still died a bunch. Mostly my fault. I was dying a lot. Because the whole arena is just Spartans with their spears, and then make a shield wall. And then I each transition phase, they start stabbing, and those stabs instant killed me. If those things touched me, I'd flopped and died. And it goes all the way across the arena. So they'll start stabbing and stabbing, and then it ends with them doing a wave of stabs up the whole arena as they push forward and make the arena smaller. And that happens 2 more times, so the arena gets really fucking tiny. And they keep stabbing in each of those transitions, so it's getting smaller, and they're still doing that shit. And after they activate, if you stand right next to them, if you're up against the wall, they'll do a little melee attack to you. Not as bad as the stab waves, but they'll be like, get away from me. Fight her.
Well, maybe you were just under-geared or under-leveled at the time you were trying to fight it.
Not the fight for me. I'm a big rangy boy, and it's really packing me in there with her. It's claustrophobic.
Claustrophobia is intense.
Because he was also dying, and he was absolutely over-leveled for that fight. But we got through it.
I would assume one of you would need to be alive at all times to res the other.
Yeah. Because there's a whole res animation to it. There's so many times he was there trying to res me, and this boss is just relentless. She's throwing poison bombs. Stab, poison bombs.
How long does it take to res?
I want to say 5 uninterrupted seconds.
That's a long time.
It sure is. So you see him so many times, he's raising hands God.
Hutch.
We got through it.
There you go. That's what matters.
And then I went to help him with something he had to do. We didn't get through it. It was so bad. It's so hard.
And well, I assume again, because now you're way under-leveled and he's just at level.
Funny thing is, he switched to his other character because that's the one he needed help on, and he was lower than me at that point.
Oh.
So I was like, both of us together. It was hard when I did it solo too, but both of us together, we're gonna smash this out. In and out, quick adventure, 5 minutes, and it was really like the Rick and Morty episode, except we didn't win.
Did you try multiple times?
Oh, we tried for an hour and a half straight at 1 in the fucking morning. It was so rough. Every time we were going in between challenge rooms too, we were just spinning our characters around. We had our own little routines we built up just over trying this over and over again.
Savage.
I'm so sad.
Just beat the fuck out of you guys.
It's really fucking hard. We got to the boss of it way more times than I expected, though. But there's one of 3 bosses it could be, and it kept picking the boss I had to fight solo, which is impossible. Well, I thought it'd be impossible for his character. He ended up killing it solo. It's a chimera that's constantly doing ground effects that it leaves behind. The arena's got 8 fucking staircases up 3 different levels of elevation, and he just flies around the different elevations. You gotta chase him around.
Yeah,
but he's leaving damage areas fucking everywhere too. So there's a staircase covered in fire. The bottom's a giant Tesla field. Oh, already bad enough. But then one of his attacks, he's also flying while he does it. And our friend is a melee character.
As I am always. Well, actually not always, because surprisingly, for Diablo, I chose Sorcerer.
Good choice.
But no, I'm a melee main in basically every video game. I do play ranged characters, but if I had the choice, most of the time, I'm a melee.
I felt like if they had an Armored Knight character in Diablo 4, you probably would have ended up playing it.
Yeah, probably.
If they actually launched with Paladin or something.
Yeah. I probably would have.
It's a shame they didn't.
Because Barbarian and Rogue just didn't do it for me.
Didn't tickle your fancy.
And you could build it immediately, but Necromancer, oh, dude, I thought it was good. I got it to level 50 on hardcore mode, but I took the bitchest way of bitches route once I hit 45. Because I was not enjoying it. Maybe it was the build I was going through, but I was not having fun with Necromancer. But I'm 5 levels away from this trophy. So I just did the Tree of Whispers objectives on the map for the last 5 levels.
Which probably didn't help the fun either.
Well, I mean, I still had the first 45 levels.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was the difference maker, but...
It took me way longer. Doing the dungeon would have been way faster, but I was deathly afraid of fucking the Butcher spawning while I was in there.
Fresh meat.
At level 49 or something.
Oh, just running.
No, thank you.
Watching him smack each of your minions away.
Well, I mean, Diablo's got a lot of problems, but I was having fun with it when I was playing it. Oh. And I liked the pit that they added.
Like the pit too.
Felt like I was getting stronger, you know what I mean? But it's very grindy, but it's an ARPG. What the fuck do you expect? But
I like the pit because it lets it just be dumb fun. Instead of going through, mapping the whole dungeon to try to get to each of the objectives, to get to the next area. No, it's go in here, do the Dynasty Warriors thing. Just keep killing dudes. Eventually you'll hit a portal to kill more dudes at.
Well, because what I found out in the first zone, you just have to walk far enough on the map, so you don't even have to fight things.
Oh, God.
But then the second zone, you have to kill enough things. But as a sorcerer, when I'm running, I'm just throwing chain lightnings as I go. And then picking up all the things, and just everything's dying while I'm running. Or I get in a groups things, and I just teleport, and they all get sucked together. And then I chain lightning, and they all die. Or ball lightning or something. So it's... I excel at AoE damage with my sorcerer, but single target, not so, I have very small windows of high levels of burst, but then a long window to get back to it of doing very little damage to bosses. So, and I don't normally kill them in that first burst, especially at where I am.
Yeah.
Which...
essentially pushing levels in anything.
I know I don't really remember your character, but I think because I was one character in Diablo, well, you guys all had the others. I think my character is the highest, not level. We're all level 100, yeah. But I have the highest prog in one character.
Yeah, I don't know how much our friend played because he's No Life McGee.
Yes.
So he could have been doing a whole bunch of extra Diablo stuff.
Yeah, after we stopped playing too.
Yeah.
So. But I don't know. I don't think I would have to be out of games and be I'm gonna play Diablo for another week or two. But it's 110 gigs. It's such a commitment to download that.
I probably won't be playing it again until either A, the DLC goes on sale, or B, the second DLC comes out. And I'll be doing that because I like the story. I'm fully invested in the Diablo lore. The moment they presented Mephisto to me as a skulled wolf, I was like, yep, I'm going to have to see the story through.
Well, I mean, in one of the episodes we had when Diablo came out, we had a whole basically the whole episode was just about Diablo lore.
Yeah.
You're just laying down the education.
So I'll be there for that. I'm just not in a rush, especially with Path of Exile out.
I did make a minor words. They're hard. Game plan of games to buy. So, because I'm I've been going I think I said it last week on the podcast too that I've been actually playing Persona again.
Yeah.
So I'm in it, and so once I beat Persona, I'm not gonna get Metaphor right away because Metaphor is gonna be very similar to Persona, and I don't want.
It sure is.
I don't want to get burnout. I want to enjoy Metaphor as much as possible. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to get Ys 10 Nordic next. And that's based on the Ys. I played Ys 8, I think, the one Dinah or whatever it was, something. It has a very hard name to say. Yiz 8. That's the one with the blue
Lacrimosa of Dawn.
Yeah. Whoa, Jesus Christ! You and fucking.
I've never even played the Yiz game.
You never cease to amaze me with your fucking memorization skills.
I'm iffy on the last word, but I know Lacrimosa is in the name for no fucking reason.
That game's lit though. I like that game a lot. But anyway, so I'm gonna play Yiz 10 next. I've known about it.
Pray you finish it before February. Well,
actually, I don't agree. If it's gonna be 25 gigs.
Sorry, pray you finish it before 2 weeks before February, 1 week before February.
For Dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Dinosaurs comes out on the 18th. Monster Hunter comes out on the 28th. So I'll have a week and a half.
And you have a month between finishing Persona and then for Ys.
Yeah, but again, Ys is a game. See, this is the tough part, though. This is where the problem seeps in, right? Because Persona, when I complete the main game, I'm not going to delete it. Because I do want to play the DLC for it.
I keep forgetting it has a DLC.
But I'm also very aware that the DLC has a 30-hour runtime. Yeah.
Jesus.
How lit is that? But I'm like, that's a lot on top of... So I'm 87 hours into fucking Persona 3 right now, and it still says I'm only 63% of the way complete. So, by the time I do complete the story, I'm going to want to break from it and come back for the DLC at some other point. So I'm not going to delete it. But it's a small game. It's only 20, 30 gigs. But I still have other games on there. And now I'm going to have to try and download Dinosaurs. And then I'm going to have to download Monster Hunter. And Monster Hunter is not going to be a small game.
No, it's not.
It's not going to... I don't know how the size is. But it's not going to be Diablo big, I don't think. But it's probably going to be somewhere around 80 to 100.
I'm pretty sure, fuck it. I think World is around 60 to 70.
Yeah, so it'll probably be bigger than World as a download. I would assume. But the space issue is my problem.
Yeah. Oh, it's getting to me too. It's building up. I mean, I already had problems with it, but it's building up. Because my partner also has games on the PlayStation, so I have Metaphor on there right now.
Nice. You said he's been going ham on it though, right?
Yeah, he's starting to fall completely out of love with it, but yeah, he's still going ham on it.
Oh, isn't things have happened in the game that he doesn't like, or?
As in just the game in general. Doing daily stuff. The
Persona grind?
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. He's falling a little more out of love with that.
It can be a hard game to just... type of game when you do... Does it have the same thing where the game is timed, where it's activities take up a day?
Yeah. And from what I can see over his shoulder, it feels like it has even less reason to be that way than most other games. Than Persona. Not most other games. Most other games don't even have this fucking mechanic.
No, they don't. I will say I do like the way it's implemented in Persona way more than I do, say, when we were playing 13.3. I fucking
that game could eat my asshole.
Yeah, that game... I got all the way to the final boss. I couldn't beat the final boss on my first try. I just was trying to ham on just to beat it, to be done with it. And I got to the final boss. I couldn't beat it, and I had a really tough time with it, and I felt like it did no damage. But again, anytime you fight a strong boss, that doesn't mean it's not impossible. It's just the way I approached it was wrong. But I just did not care enough to try it again, and I just never went back.
It's the rare case of a game where the combat's the only thing I like.
I liked the outfit changes, the outfits being different jobs and stuff. I thought that was cool.
I rope that into the combat a little bit.
But the story is just
the worst.
Ass.
I'm pretty sure we've given it the rundown on the podcast before, too.
Yeah.
Because it's the worst. I was bitchy about 12 today.
Oh?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
How so?
Just about how more than half the party have absolutely no weight on the plot whatsoever. Not only in, like, significance, but
them.
even 3 of them.
Well,
if Fran, Vaughn, and Panelo disappeared, the plot really wouldn't change.
The only reason Fran's there is because she's with Balthier.
Yes.
But, like, Vaughn and Panelo have no business.
Literally 0. Panelo's the worst case, because my partner even argued, it's like, well, someone's going to be the audience insert, so yeah, Vaughn can be the audience insert. Why do I have someone even less connected to the plot tagging along with them?
Why do I have a childhood friend of the audience insert?
Why are you giving me 5 party members and a couple temporary ones when the party's 4? We could have honestly cut Panelo.
Party's 3.
Oh my god.
You know I have 3 people at once.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, the guests don't take up one of those spots, though, right? They're usually extra.
The guest is the 4th.
Yeah.
But most of the time, you don't have a guest.
See, we could have cut. We literally could have cut Panelo and Fran. We would have lost something cutting Fran because she adds diversity to the cast at least. Panelo adds nothing.
Yeah. It's funny too because Ash should be the main character of 12, but she's such a bitch.
That's what brought it up, because he was saying he always had a certain character in one of his parties in an RPG because they were plot relevant. I'm like, yes, that's why Ash should be in the party in 12, because she's one of the few plot relevant characters.
Ash, Bosch, and Balthier. Ash and Bosch are tied more into it because Balthier is more of just like...
Doesn't Bosch die at some point? Or is he just always there?
No, Gabranth dies, and Bosch takes Gabranth's name and mantle.
I saw Bosch there, and I kept thinking he was like a guest.
So technically, Bosch does.
Yeah.
As far as the public's concerned, dies, and Gabranth
in a Suzaku kind of way.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was very apt.
It was.
Thank you.
So, but Balthier, because he's Sid's son, and he's kind of tied into that. But Balthier is just...
So 3 plot relevant characters. I'll give Bosch his stripes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he's like, he's like the tie-in with, he's part of like Ash's royal court thing.
He's at least related to like the plot.
Is it really only 6 party members in 12?
Yeah, I know. I was surprised when I thought there was 5.
No, I just mean in total. There's only 6 people, huh?
Yeah, and there's the one guest kid.
Yeah, I forget his name, but he's the Empire Prince.
Yeah. Because that also, when I looked it up, it also showed him there, but I remembered that he was a guest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he doesn't have his own like skill board and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I also remembered, I was like, I feel like 12 is the only RPG I hold to this standard. I could do this to any other RPG, and there will be just as many characters that aren't like explicitly plot relevant. Besides, and I have my one exception, 10. I think FF10, everyone has a very nice, solid reason to be there. But it's also because half of them are Yuna's bodyguards.
Except Titus.
Kinda. The ultimate bad guy's his dad.
I guess.
That connects him to the plot, kinda. Kinda.
But he also had no reason to be brought to that world.
No, but he has more reason to be in the plot than Vaughn did.
Yes. I will agree with you.
Yes.
But I would say that Titus is infinitely more annoying than Vaughn. Not infinitely, just more annoying, because Vaughn can be pretty annoying. But
only because his voice actor.
I don't want to blame it on the voice actor, only because it's the first Final Fantasy with voice acting in it, and it's super early in game voicing. That's absolutely what I'll
blame it on. If he didn't have like a shonen pro tag voice, I don't think his voice lines would have been nearly as annoying.
It's all that inner monologue.
Yeah, I was about to say, there was like a certain line in his inner monologues that I always used to hate. I forget what it is.
Like a believe it type thing?
Yeah, there's something less like a catchphrase and more like a frame of mind.
Been a long time since I played Titan.
Me too. I can't really put my finger on it.
I played it on the Vita. That's what I beat it on.
I always meant to get the remastered one, but I didn't. Because I played 10 twice, and both times I got to the lightning fields and just stopped playing.
I think the remaster one is the one I played. That's the one that was on Vita?
Yes. Comes with 10 too.
Yes, that's the one I have. I played 3 hours of 10-2.
Hey, I think that's more than I played of 10-2.
That might be pushing it, to be honest, like my timeline.
I remember I got to a mission that was timed, and that's where I stopped.
I mean, I like the idea of it, too, because it's like 13.3, where it has, all the different outfits you can try, and they give you different abilities and stuff. I like that.
I like the idea of Yuna as a gunslinger.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I don't think that other girl, Pain, should have been there.
I was just thinking about Pain.
Totally should have been fucking Lulu.
Because she's right fucking there.
I think Lulu's in the game, too, at some point.
Why did you force in a random new person for this?
You know who it actually should have been? Because you got Yuna, Riku,
and
Waka.
Oh, no.
It should have been Waka. Imagine Waka just, doing fucking magical girl shit. Because that's what the game is. It's magical girl shit.
Kimari, that's what I was.
Yes.
I was going to say Chimera.
Kind of looks like him, but... No, I want more remakes of the old ones, but it just sucks that doing a remake of the caliber they would want to do takes so long.
Yeah. Well, I argue that's exactly the problem, is they don't need to be doing it to the caliber that they want to do it.
Exactly.
Like if they went back to do 6, they shouldn't put in all of the money and effort that went into 7 Rebirth. It should be somewhere in between these two goalposts.
I haven't played it, and the more I see it, the more I'm like, maybe I should play it because I've seen some stuff from it. But, I didn't like that. I don't even remember what it's called. The Final Fantasy that the trailer said Chaos 17,000 times.
Stranger in Paradise.
Yes. I didn't like that it's basically all of the Final Fantasy 1 stuff without being Final Fantasy 1.
You might as well just call it Final Fantasy 1. Though it might be better that they didn't, since it wasn't exactly a huge commercial success.
Yeah. And the main character is literally just quite literally Core from 15. Yeah. Taken, put in there, put a different outfit on, and put a different scar on his face.
It's like their D-team writing staff. My God.
No, their D-team writing staff did fucking... It wasn't Final Fantasy, that Square Enix game that flopped hard.
Oh. Fuck, man. I know exactly what you're talking about, too. It's the isekai one.
Yeah, the one that I was super hyped for the longest time, but then it came out, and I'm like, I'm glad I didn't buy that.
I even warned you a few days before. I'm like, hey, I really don't want to burst your bubble. I know you're excited about this game, but I'll feel bad if I don't warn you. Please look up stuff on this game.
The visuals looked really good, but it's Square Enix, so it's obviously to be seen. But then
it's like the world's worst dialogue.
Yeah, the dialogue happens, and you're like, ooh, kind of like Veilguard.
Yes.
Have you seen stuff about that?
You texted me about that one too, and I'm just like, he's probably exaggerating. And then I watched a video that night, and I'm like, holy fuck, he's not exaggerating. What the hell is this?
Our friend, the one that played PoE.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's definitely not him because he doesn't play his PlayStation anymore. But the only time I ever see him on his PlayStation, somebody is playing Veilguard.
It's so weird because he was excited for that game, but he didn't mention a peep after it came out or the day it came out. But before, I swear he said he was going to play it. But then he might have seen those videos.
Yeah,
it's rough, man. You know what kills me? The lack of self-awareness of activist writers.
The problem is they think they're good writers.
Hey, clearly not.
See, here's the thing, though. What you should always try and avoid doing is putting modern slang and modern things in your game. Because, one, you're going to date your game so hard. It's going to come out cringe. And it's just going to be cringe.
I feel like it's just... I don't know how to put my finger on it. There's the one interaction where the guy's like, I don't remember what anything in fucking Dragon Age is called, so I'm just going to be throwing out some random fucking...
terminology here.
Yeah, I'm going to be mixing up some terminologies. I say that because I was about to say, so you're part Dothraki, part this and part that, and it's like, yeah, that's cool. I was like, oh god, who wrote this? What human being has ever like interacted in this way?
Yeah, I know.
That's like, he didn't even say that's cool. He said something else that's weird. Like, I dig. Like, I was like, oh, ooh.
Yeah. No.
It's bad.
Yeah, very.
Real bad. It just didn't come off as how humans would interact. Or people would interact in any way.
Well, that's the problem with having people write dialogue about where the people that are writing don't interact in real life, that all of their interactions are on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because Twitter, believe it or not, is not real life. People are fake on Twitter because they have the
some people are fake, some people are more honest than they should be.
Yeah, because they have the protection of an anonymity almost if they don't have their real name there. If they're one of those, have an anime profile picture.
Or Pepe. But we don't talk about those people.
Pepe Le Frog.
Yeah.
Le Pou.
If you see a Pepe avatar on Twitter, it's like an 80% chance they're an anti-Semite. I'm not even joking with you.
Which is why I never interact with anybody on Twitter.
It's the right choice.
I've been on Twitter for a little while. A while. Like, I've been on Twitter, but very inactively. And I think you could go and look at my likes, and I think I've probably liked 3 things.
What a beautiful way to live.
So much so, I don't even know how to view the things that I've liked. How do I...
Oh, your profile.
Go to my profile?
Yep.
Profile. Posts. Oh, likes. Look at that. Let me see if I can count my likes. Oh, so the list is... It's a little more, because I've liked bunch of your stuff. But, this is the whole list. That's everything.
Yeah, it has a lot of my stuff.
Yeah, most of your stuff. And a few artworks and stuff, but my very first like was a Giga post in April of 2020. And it was a post about the God of High School coming up. But yeah, whatever. I just don't exist in the Twitter sphere. Which I think most people should,
yeah.
What do you call it?
That's why, as boring and toothless as Blue Sky is, at least it's a positive space.
For now.
Well, as long as they keep moderating it, hopefully forever. Because that's the problem. Twitter doesn't moderate at all. I watched 2 people get shot today on Twitter. Like, to Christmas music.
That's brutal. You always see the worst things, too.
Yeah.
And I never see any of that.
That's why I'm like, any other social media platform in the entire world would have fucking deleted that person's account.
To be fair, not in that regard, in the regard of me not seeing things.
Yeah.
I also, if I swipe on Twitter, it's for 5 minutes, not even. Yeah. And then I'm off it. And that's not even every day.
To be fair, I blocked that profile too, just to be clear. I'm not.
You should always do that.
Yeah.
But I come through, see what some of the people that I subscribe to are doing, or if they post anything. Again, all of what I follow is really you, anime people, and...
Is stop scrolling for you and just start only looking at my followers. That's what I should do. But I don't. I won't get news that way because I only follow anime people.
I feel like my For You part, I see more of the people I'm subscribed to than on my subscribers.
That's
my followers.
Wild.
It is very weird to me.
But then you get a poop.
Bam. Yeah, social media is just... But now, if we're talking YouTube, I'm on YouTube 23 out of 24 hours of the day.
Same. Yeah, Blue Sky's the reverse, though. I don't get anything useful out of Blue Sky. I open Blue Sky, it's a bunch of people being like, hello, I made a grilled cheese today. Hearts.
That's cool.
Like, again, at least it's a positive space, though.
That's what Facebook was when it first started.
That's what it feels like. It feels like, near toxic positivity.
I don't see nothing on Facebook anymore either, because it's like I'm getting to the point where I feel like I'm the old person on Facebook, that the only things I see on Facebook is like people I knew in high school that I haven't talked to in 15 years post a picture of them with their kids.
Oh my God.
Doing like holiday stuff. And I'm like, oh, this person's doing holiday things. Scroll down a little bit more. Oh, there's my sister and my nephew. It's like all family shit. And then like I still get random stuff, like because I follow so many anime news networks and stuff like that. So I see a lot of anime stuff on Facebook.
See, Facebook has had this really weird trend lately where it keeps shipping me posts from groups that I'm not a part of. And I think that's kind of been like the final straw with me with Facebook.
I've seen that a lot where it's like, because like I get a lot of I see a lot of memes from like meme pages, but I kind of like that because a lot of them are funny as fuck.
Yeah, they're just trying to find me new meme pages, but at the same time, I'm like, I kind of want to get rid of half the groups I'm in already. So,
and again, like Facebook,
Lilian, what the fuck is that?
Facebook and Twitter, Reddit, and that's it. And I'm like on each of those maybe a total of an hour a week. I really just don't swipe much. Again,
the only time I'm on
YouTube. Reddit
is when a Google search leads me to Reddit from the answer to my Google question.
Yeah, that's a lot of me too. Like I'm in...
I never scroll Reddit.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I don't either. I will go on Reddit and like, because like I'm on the predecessor Reddit thread, so I'll look on that sometimes.
It's already more than I've done with Reddit.
That's actually
ever.
Most of what my Facebook has been lately too, is because I click on most of the because predecessor people on Facebook, they post clips, so I watch their clips. I'm like, oh, nice predecessor play. I'll watch this. But now it's like every fifth post on Facebook is from that group. That group is like hyperactive,
entrenched.
There's so many posts every day of that, so that's like where I would get content from Facebook. Twitter, again, I'm on Twitter all of 5 minutes at a time. Reddit's the same way. I go on, check the few subreddits that I'm in, and then I peace out.
Actually, wonder if I can check my app activity. I don't know how to do that.
And then it just goes straight back to YouTube. What are we watching today, boys? Or listening to today?
That's my constant.
I used to, like, every month my phone would give me a notification that I could check. Well, because
it tells me my total time, but I want to see.
Well, yeah, because my phone used to tell me you used your phone now 8 hours less this week than you did last week or whatever. And I could click on that, and then it would give me, like, a rundown of, like, my most used apps. But I have no idea how I would do that now.
Average? Oh, God. My daily average Twitter time is 2 hours.
Ouch.
I had to know. I just had to know.
So we have different phones, but how did you search that?
It was in my settings. There's a thing called screen time in my settings. My daily average YouTube time.
Oh boy, lay it on me.
6 hours.
Oh, those are some fucking rookie numbers.
Rookie numbers. It's like almost my whole shift. I'm playing YouTube.
Okay, so I have mine. Today was a short phone time for me because at work I was busy. So I was only on YouTube for 4 hours, 16 minutes today. Reddit, I was on for 7 minutes today. Ooh, that's a lot. But I was searching news about a topic, about a event that's happening. I was on X, ready?
Yeah.
For a grand whopping total of 2 minutes today.
Today, I was on YouTube for 8 hours and Twitter for 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Unfortunately, there's no averages that I can see here. It's just like my today. So mine doesn't tell me like.
It might give you like a daily average breakdown.
Yeah, no, I got nothing here of like.
See, my average is so low because I don't watch YouTube on the weekends. So I'm hanging out with my partner.
I also well, first off, on the weekends, I'm not on my phone, like, at all.
That's it. Except for some Twitter here and there. A wee bit of Twitter.
No, I'm like, I have some phone games that I do my dailies in, but that's like 3 minutes each on the weekends, and then just, you know what I mean, back to gaming or TV or whatever it is. That's cool though. I never even thought to look up times on stuff.
I never went that deep into it before, I will say.
No.
Basically just look at that one little notification like you said.
So, takeaway from this, spend less time doom scrolling on
delete Twitter.
That would be the best option.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or start a new one where, because like I have our Dukes of Weedom Twitter on there, and because I have the two of them and I get notifications from both of them, say I click on a notification from Dukes of Weedom, right? Next time I open the app, it'll default to that.
Yeah.
One. So I'll be scrolling, right, and I'll be like, oh, there's a lot of anime stuff. Why am I not seeing anything from the people I follow? Oh, that's why I'm not on it. But like, because it's new, I don't see I've never seen anything non-anime related while scrolling on the Dukes of Weedom side. I get random fucking notifications. For some reason, like, I swipe them away all the time. I get a lot of, like, political notifications for the Dukes of Weedom and, like, news outlets. Like,
it would be because they're following me.
Who's following you?
The Dukes of Weedom.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I would assume they are. They better be.
I'd laugh if we didn't follow you with the main page.
Okay, I'm there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so sometimes I'll get like a post, Joe Biden did this, or Donald Trump did this, or check out this.
Mind you, some of the times that's an ad too.
Yeah, or check out this thing, and I'm like, no. I want anime only content on my Dukes of Weedom. And manga. Anime and manga. That's it. So, yes.
No, it's on my face.
It just sucks you in. Just gotta resist.
Yeah.
Resist.
But it is also like my main source of news, as embarrassing as that is to say.
It's my only source of news.
It's literally my only source of news.
Like,
Facebook used to tell me when things would happen, but now it's just happy meme land.
Sometimes I'll see videos on YouTube of things that are happening, but like I'm very out of the loop with like real life news stuff because I just don't give a fuck. And guess what? You live a much happier life because you're just not paying attention. You're just focused on you and hobbies and stuff. So it's like this drone shit. I was like 2.5 days late to it. My wife brought it up to me and she was like, "You've been seeing this drone stuff?" I was like, "I have no idea what you're talking about."
Oh, I've been on top of that shit. Not like in a way that I care, but because I'm on Twitter all the time. Whenever something breaks, I see it.
She's been hardcore on it. Like every day, she's sending me some new video of people taking drone footage and stuff. I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." But at this point, I'm like, "That ain't aliens."
No, I saw one person's thread about it that I thought was pretty interesting. I forgot where they said they used to work, but their hypothesis was their newer model of drones that they knew about to sweep for radiation, and that's why like different government officials giving different answers on what they think it is because it's covering for what it actually is. It was a thread. I don't put much stock in it.
Well, here's the main question then. Because most of these have been centered around New Jersey. Is there a power plant in New Jersey?
Yes, I think that was part of it, was some of them are over a power plant. But I don't even know if it was a nuclear plant. So I don't put too much stock in it. It's just, here's a thing I heard.
That's the thing, too, though, because...
And to be clear, I kind of messed up my sentence there. I don't think people would be giving different answers because they're covering it up. I believe they'd be giving different answers because they're just not in the loop.
Yes, because the government does not. It consolidates information.
I don't get a flyer when we get a new product at my tiny little store of which there's only one owned. The government doesn't give handouts to all their departments when they do something.
Yeah. But I mean, even Congress doesn't know much things because it's like the government micromanages everything. So no one person knows everything.
Yeah.
It's like 17 people have 17 pieces of the fucking information. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's probably because one of them got shot straight up shot down. My wife sent me a picture of it. And the caption was, drone footage. It was like an orb of light at night. So it's an orb. And you see these like little other light orbs, like it's like coming away from it. So say they are drones. It's like there's a drone hub and it's shooting little drones out. And then all of a sudden, there's a big flash and you see a puff of smoke, but the smoke goes in one direction. And now that just got hit by a missile. I know what something looks like when it gets hit by a missile, and that just got hit by something. That was like shot out of the sky. 100%. And then there was even a comment down there. Someone was like, I'm in the military. And that's what I used to do, is shoot things out of the sky. And that thing just got shot out of the sky. That did not blow up. That was shot down. And I'm like, so it's either two different government agencies. So this, say a government, whether it be our government, or it is some China, Russian thing trying to spy on us. Therefore, we don't know what it is. And that's why the military response is reacting to it. Or it's one military group is doing some testing stuff. But nobody knows because that's their group. And again, they micromanage. They don't tell other groups. So then this other group that's responsible for protecting airspace sees these things, but doesn't know that our own government is doing those things. They're like, shoot that shit out of the sky.
And again, let's say that thread was right, and it's like there's a new drone to sweep for like radiation. That department that knows that doesn't want to just come out and be like, oh yeah, that's our state-of-the-art high-tech new drone that are capable of this, and this.
Yeah, and they're trying not to cause mass panic. That why would you be scanning for radiation around New Jersey?
If it is our government, they're idiots. Because why would you send out so many of these to do this? Of course, it's going to cause mass panic. If it's a foreign government, why would you send so many of these? It's so fucking obvious. It's just a weird story altogether.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, though. Aliens is the last thing I think it is.
Oh, it's absolutely the last thing I think it is. I don't think they'd be using our exact propeller technology drones. Yeah, there's things that differentiate them from the drones we have. But aesthetically and how it works at flying is exactly the same as our drones.
And here's another thing I saw too,
Omnicopters.
which I found fucking hilarious. Was in the first video, and even the news said it. And I saw the videos, and I'm like, "That's a fucking airplane."
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
when my wife was first showing it to me and stuff, and a lot of the people were just taking videos of stuff, and I'm like, "That's an airplane. You can see the outline of the airplane, and the lights on the airplane are just like, have these people not seen what an airplane looks like at night?" That's
I
a fucking
love
airplane.
democracy. You get one story about drones, and suddenly everyone's filming every airplane in the sky.
It's like I told you the other day, unrelated to this story, but we were talking about UFOs, and I was like, that one time it was out west somewhere. I feel like it was in Chicago somewhere. It was some big city. Everyone was driving on the highway, and most of the cars pulled over the side of the road. Guy that cars was filming what they thought was a UFO over a city. It was just a fucking like a Goodyear blimp. And it was just turned in a specific way that made it look like a saucer. And because it's a blimp, it moves very slowly, so it looks like it's hovering.
Yep.
And I saw it in real time where people were posting the videos about how this is an alien thing, and then the people in the inner city were like, "Nah, idiots. It's a fucking Goodyear blimp. Get in your cars and drive away. You're causing traffic."
Rubberneckers.
People just want aliens to exist so bad.
Everyone wants...
So
no.
do I.
I think everyone wants to
But-
be the main character. Everyone wants to be the one that breaks that aliens exist.
Yes.
Everyone wants to be the guy that finds Bigfoot.
But, excuse me, here's the thing. If there are alien spacecrafts here on Earth, we're not going to find them. They're going to say, hi, we're an alien spacecraft. Their technology, if it's fast enough, or across the cosmos and come to us with them on board, we ain't detecting that shit. We ain't gonna definitely ain't shooting it out of the sky.
It's definitely not going to just be some passing thing. You're not going to be like, it's close enough that I see that that's a UFO, but it's just commuting by Earth. No, if that's that moment, it's probably landing to go make contact somewhere on Earth.
Yeah, and it's gonna land. It's not gonna crash, because that's my most like the main part for me that sways me to thinking that there are alien UFOs on Earth. Like any crash thing, it's like if you built a fucking machine that's able to travel across space and make it to another planet, and then you crash on that planet. That's where I'm like if we can fucking fly things and have them land on other planets with our low technology, I think advanced alien technology ain't crashing on our planet.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
This is where I throw in the maybe.
What's your maybe?
Because Fermi Paradox, why haven't we seen aliens if aliens exist?
Yes.
Let's say they just developed the ability to get to us. That's an imperfect technology. Could malfunction on the way here. If they're traveling light years...
Maybe. Unless it's like a probe and not a fucking UFO with aliens in it. This is my thing. If it's occupied with the person, 0% chance. Because there's no way... Because that means the technology has to be sufficient enough to support life across that timeline, which means it's faster than light travel.
Well, we launched monkeys into space.
Yeah, not at faster than light travel.
No, but we would if we developed faster than light travel.
Which would technically impossible, but
we absolutely would. Hell, any new technology that's dangerous, we throw an animal in there first.
Well, I mean, it's a smart move.
It is. But I'm just...
I don't know, I just like... The thing with the Fermi Paradox is everyone's always like, but where are they? It's like, when you really look at how vast space is and how hard it is to travel, and Fermi Paradox isn't so much of a paradox, like I would argue. Because you gotta think, too.
Well, it's more just a question.
Yeah. So, because you the Fermi Paradox being like, if there's aliens out there, why haven't we seen them? It's like, look at all of the variables that had to happen in the way they had to happen for us to be where we are now. If there was no fucking Chicxulub meteor, we wouldn't exist right now. Dinosaurs would still be around. We'd be living in caves somewhere as fucking small little mammals.
Yeah, the vast the universe is, though. You're running those odds an infinite number of times.
Exactly. But it's like, because the Earth is 4 billion years old. 2 billion years later, single-celled organisms come around. We still don't know why single-celled organisms decided to become multi-celled organisms. We don't know the answer to that yet. Multi-cell organisms happens, then you get creatures, life,
the explosion of biodiversity.
Yes. Then we've been through 6 mass extinction events over the years, but to sustain life too, you need a stable solar system, a stable rotation.
All under our current understanding.
Yeah.
Asterisk that.
Good luck. Well, because Jupiter protects us too. You got Jupiter out there that just sucks in all the dangerous comets to it.
I was only saying because we don't know if an organism could come to live off of other conditions.
Yes. But then it's
there's bacteria now that eats the radiation in Chernobyl.
Yeah. Which is awesome.
So I'm saying if those if somehow a single-celled organism were to come up in like a different environment, it could probably.
Well, so what I want to make clear too is all these variables that I'm saying right now is not an argument against life somewhere else. It's against
a testament how hard it is.
How hard it is to be. Then you have to be stable enough to then, like, human intelligence needs to form in there somewhere, and then intelligence needs to be the top of the pecking order. So say we were around, right? And dinosaurs still existed at the same time, we wouldn't be landing people on the moon. We'd be too busy trying not to be eaten, you know what I mean? So you would need whatever intelligent species to be the top of the food chain, like humans are right now.
For enough period of time.
Because, again, life could change differently. Science was greatly dampened by religion for how many fucking thousands of years? And then get to a point where you have to solve the problem of space travel because mass...
Which is my biggest sticking point, is that part. Because every year that passes by, it becomes less and less likely that we will make it beyond our own solar system.
Yes. The closest one is Proxima Centauri, 4 light years away. 4 light years away.
And growing.
Yeah, but the growth at least is... It's very small. Like, yes, everything's moving away from each other. But
the problem is it's moving away from each other at a faster rate.
Well, galaxies are, though.
Yeah.
Because the Milky Way we'll never leave the Milky Way. I don't think that's ever going to happen. You ain't traveling 250
Well, that's why I said our solar system, too. Not our galaxy. I even meant specifically our solar system.
The solar system, picture the solar system as just another planet, and Proxima Centauri is another planet that orbits Sagittarius A, the black hole at the center of the galaxy. So we're just rotating inside the Milky Way. So unless Sagittarius A goes away somewhere, which is a black hole that's not going away for billions of years, that's when the stars would start moving away. Galaxies are moving away. That would be more of a problem than stars, like suns, Proxima A and it's actually Proxima B. Proxima A, it's weird the way it's set up. Proxima A and B and C are the two binary stars, and then Proxima A is the one that's way out here that orbits like this. It's weird. It's a weird system. But anyway.
Yeah. I get your point, though.
Mass can't travel. Anything with mass can't travel the speed of light. Or faster. Because you're made of mass. Only protons. Photons, yes. Sorry.
No worries.
Photons can move at the speed of light. So you would need to bend space and do the warps thing. But they've calculated how much energy that would need, and it's almost unreasonable. So I think the distance is the problem. There's something like we've counted in the observable universe, and that's just the observable. We don't know how much more is out there past it. There's something like 400 billion galaxies, and each one of those billion galaxies have a fucking like a trillion stars in each one, and each one, every star that we've it's almost guaranteed that every star has at least one planet around it. That doesn't mean every planet has life, but when you do that math, the Earth is not the only place.
No,
it's getting to those places, or them getting to us, is what I find unlikely.
I find it even more unlikely if we end up being the first. Like if we
could be the first,
and if we are the first, we probably will definitely never see life on another planet. I don't want to say definitely. That's a stretch.
Million years from now could.
But again, every year we don't, other galaxies get farther away. That still leaves other solar systems, but other galaxies get farther away at a faster rate.
Except Andromeda. We're moving towards each other.
Oh, hey. Nice.
Yeah.
That's a weird one. I don't even want to think about that one.
And then our whole local group is moving towards the Great Attractor. But we can't see the Great Attractor because the Milky Way blocks it.
I'm not going to wrap my head around that one. I'll unpack that one in my brain later.
So, I've never seen it in real life, and it's a bucket list item of mine. But have you ever seen pictures of clear sky, but it looks like a fuzzy cloud strip in the line that is the dust cloud of the Milky Way?
No.
You've never seen that picture? I'm going to show it to you. It looks so fucking lit. And you can just see it. And we have too much light pollution.
Just a city boy. Oh yeah.
That's like the dusk ring of the Milky Way. So our galaxy and our local group of galaxies all being drawn in towards something that blocks our view. It's something on the other side, and none of our telescopes can see it because that is in the way of it.
This is another one of those many things that make me lean more into simulation theory as an explanation for everything. It's so video gamey to me. It's fog of war.
So I think we don't have to worry about the Andromeda thing because it's going to be like hundreds of millions of billions of years before.
We do have to worry then. There's still the
well, here's
humanity.
the thing too. Because of how much empty space is inside of a galaxy, chances are nothing will hit each other.
Yeah.
That's the moral. You got two galaxies and they're going to collide together and then mesh and then form a new galaxy. And chances are 99% of the items in that will stay the same.
Yeah, it'll fold like a poker deck.
Yeah, because it's like, the atoms thing we're talking about. You go through, it's mostly empty space. So the chances of something actually colliding are almost nothing.
And they're all going to be affected by each other's gravities and other forces.
Yeah. So just form a new galaxy.
We might actually get a 3-body problem when that happens. That's very possible still.
I don't... Well, because I know I don't know if we've seen actual evidence of 3-body, but we've run simulations on it because of how unstable it is.
Yeah.
One of the 3 would be destroyed. So
which is why we'll also never see it.
We might see it starting to form and then or we might find evidence of it because Proxima Centauri is the best evidence of that, right? Because it's a binary star system, so it's 2 stars orbiting each other with the third star. The third star is further away from them than Pluto is from our sun. I think it's 3 times or more the distance, but it's close enough where the gravity affects each other, so it's considered in the same
area
group, and that's why it's Proxima A, B, and C. Now, if that far out sun came in closer or was in the process, then we could watch it unfold and see it come in, and then the gravitations would be affected, and 2 of the stars would crash into each other or rip each other apart, or something would
happen.
And if planets in the mix of that, it's just getting shredded.
Yeah.
It's just gonna get ripped apart at the seams. Space, really cool. Most of what I watch on YouTube.
Not a big space guy.
I'm a huge space guy. As you can see, all that stuff I regurgitated out. It's a lot of what I listen to. So, yeah. Space.
The final frontier.
But anyway, away from the star talk. Oh, I can't say that. Away from the space talk. Star Talk is the name of a podcast.
Uh-huh.
Neil deGrasse Tyson's podcast.
Oh.
Away from the space and talk of the stars, and on to some manga. Yes, I read everything.
I also read everything, I think. It looks like it.
Just give me a quick scroll here. Oh my god, what was that? Yep, there's nothing here that I did not read.
Oh shit.
What's that?
I booted up the last chapter of Shojo Null for just on a whim. It opens to fucking what's her face mourning the main character over his grave.
Okay. I did see because
spoiler alert.
For anyone still reading Shojo Null, I did see today Jump shared something of most read stuff and epic finales, and I saw that Shojo Null was in the finale category with My Hero, JJK, and something else. But then, I don't know if it's in any particular order, but the most read situation like ones. It's in a 4 block, so 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4. The one in the very first block was Dandadan.
Huh.
Yeah, it was Dandadan, JJK, One Piece, My Hero, I think, was in there, and another big name. It was like, none of those is surprising to be like most read on app. I was like, I don't think that is because My Hero was in there, and I'm like, I don't think this is targeted towards me because I don't read My Hero, so
Yeah.
maybe this is just like
General.
in general. But speaking of Dandadan, let's just fucking start with Dandadan. Because we got our wish. It did not branch off.
Yeah, it didn't even take a breath.
And it wasn't until starting this chapter, I was like, wait a minute. This is the first time we're seeing Granny fight.
Yeah.
Like, legit fight.
Yeah, legit fight, yeah.
I mean, we've seen her fucking, like, throw some stuff at people, but...
Blast people with the baseball bat.
But fucking Granny was going fucking hard.
Throwing some serious hands.
Open the chapters. Yeah, just fucking kung fu, and I like the first fucking pages where just fucking
Combo in his ass.
1-2 combo in this dude, kicking him into a group of people. She was just fucking. Yeah, I took a screenshot of this panel about how she sits down on the stool to dodge this guy when he goes to attack her. Just the point of her heel, not the heel, but like the toe,
Yep.
straight into this dude's fucking eyeball. It was like,
And then trips him up with the same chair.
and then
Nessie.
the fucking bull comes fucking in. I just find it funny that it's a bull in a china shop.
I bet you that's on purpose.
And then I also love that as soon as she does the first kick to his nuts, and he's like, "You're awful hard," and then it just fucking dick jokes for the rest of the fucking rest of the chapter. It's just fucking hard dick jokes. But this bull fucking unfortunately beat her ass.
Yeah, blasted.
And like especially this one, like yeah, he was not pulling any punches, and she takes a beating. I did notice he tries pulling the dagger out of his his pants. So
he's in on this shit too.
Yeah, he was trying to take Granny's powers. Which I don't know if like we don't know how it would work, because like would Granny and Momo specifically be able to get their powers stolen because they're psychic powers, they're not yokai powers?
I bet Momo, because he was very specifically going for her. But see what you mean with Granny. It almost seems like she's leveraging a power that just kind of exists, not like her own.
Yeah, because she's in contract with someone.
Yeah.
It's like trying to steal an ability of someone in Chainsaw Man.
They never got the impression that Granny's powers were specific to her.
Especially because she keeps mentioning all the time that she can't use her powers outside of that one specific zone. And who knows if she's even in said zone now. She's just all physical shit with these guys.
Yes.
But the two at the end. Oh
Yes, I love that design.
The curses. I love the fucking the
phoenix.
It's a phoenix like bird. Chicken. It looks more like a fiery chicken that's reminiscent. I mean, it's probably a phoenix, but I don't know. I just get more rooster vibes from it. What's the sad face for?
Something completely unrelated.
Oh.
Our friend just got to the last act of hard mode on the campaign.
Yeah, it's fucking lapping you. Brutal.
I didn't expect these dudes to be, I don't know, important.
Well, I kind of had assumptions, because I was like thinking about it. I was like, are they gonna fight or not? Because it's like they're collecting magic tools and stuff, so they might have some kind of ability to fight things. Because you'd think if they're going around collecting cursed tools, you're gonna come across the curses, and you'd want to be able to defend yourself against such curses.
It's true, but they're also kind of like pitching them as like, I don't know, baby's first curse tools.
Right.
Like even the one she offered him, it's like the curse is gone. And it's at like a 5% of its like actual power, so you can have this. But nope.
No.
They're the real deal.
Yeah. The girl's got some kind of fucking... I assume that's the girl standing there. The black demon. And then the dude's got this fiery fucking rooster phoenix thing standing behind him.
I think they're both dudes. I'm pretty sure that's a dude.
Yeah, you know what? You might be right. What's their name? Did they say?
Oh, I doubt it.
Yeah, you'd have to read through a bunch too.
And the dialogue's so good, they don't needlessly introduce each other by name.
Not even like a title card being like, this person is this.
Most mangas or animes would be like, hello, full name. Ah, yes, I haven't seen you in forever, full name. This is my friend, full name. Ah, full name? Yes, that is my full name.
Or they'll do that thing where it shows like Kafka Himino, fucking officer in the first...
Sometimes it might even pause everything to show you like, with the text.
Just like they did with the 8 name drops in fucking Wild Strawberry we had a few chapters ago.
Can't get over that.
I don't remember any of them.
Especially you go through a whole ass pitched battle and Makoto flashback, and do you ever expect me to go back and know any of their names?
Exactly.
Robert me. But anyone else's names?
It helps though that she was the only one that did stuff.
It helps that she looks like the girl from Call of the Night.
She does a little bit, huh?
Yeah, she sure does.
But yes, Granny Psycho.
And we had a Donda episode.
Yes, our boy Gigi.
Yes, the jealousy arc begins.
Yes. Until they become best friends.
And it'll end sometime in the next 2 years.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
That short. Yeah, because the next episode after this one is the finale. Only one more Dandadan, which is tomorrow.
Biggest sad.
Yeah. Episode comes out tomorrow. I'll watch it Saturday.
I remember I saw like one post about stuff that's coming next season, and I was not impressed.
I've seen
Mappa, what are you
nothing.
doing?
Right? With all their projects they got going on. Let's see. Winter anime 2025. Oh, Solo Leveling. Dr. Stone? I thought that ended.
I thought it ended too. But they always come back with something, I feel like.
Yeah, Apothecary Diaries, I think, right there, so. My wife watches that. Yeah, I guess. Anime, let's see. Oh my god, that... The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You, Season 2.
Which I hear is like the best harem ever, but I don't like harem, so...
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like textbook trite, tropey garbage to me.
The Doctor Detective. Anyway, I'm Falling in Love with You. The Apothecary Diaries
anime.
2.
Yeah, I think that's the last season of Dr. Stone coming.
Aquarion, Myth of Emotions. A Terrified Teacher at Ghoul School. Blue Exorcist, The Blue Knight Saga. Blue Marbrial. Fruit Master. About that time I became able to eat unlimited numbers of skill fruits that kill you.
God, what the fuck, man? I hate all this fan fiction anime.
The daily life of a middle-aged online shopper in another world.
Oh, I hate these people.
Case closed.
Burn my enemies in hell.
Detective Detective Conan's coming back. Dragon Ball Daima is continuing. Dr. Stone's science future. Even given the worthless appraiser class, I'm actually the strongest. Strange fake!
Whose fantasy is this? Whose fantasy is to be an appraiser?
I don't know. Pharmagalia? I don't know what that is. Grecialia, Phantom Trigger. Headhunted to another world, from a salaryman to the Big Four.
Who's watching shit?
Honey Lemon Soda. Oh, here's two more. I left my A-rank party to help my former student reach the dungeon depths. I'm a noble on the brink of ruin, so I might as well try mastering magic. Oh, there's more! I may be a guild receptionist, but I also solo any boss to clock out on time.
I want to throw up. Genuinely.
I'm getting married to a girl I hate on my own class.
That was not even isekai, but I still hate the title.
I want to escape from princess lessons.
Oh my god.
Magic Maker, how to make a magic in another world.
It's breaking me.
Okisora fell in love with an Okiwaran girl, but I just wish I knew what she was saying.
This is why I love Scampoli so much, because there's not a single one on this list he would watch.
Possibly the greatest alchemist of all time. Promised of Wizard.
I don't want to watch someone who's possibly the greatest alchemist of all time. Damn it.
The Red Ranger becomes an adventurer in another world.
Is that just Go-Go Loser Ranger, the fucking isekai?
I don't know. It's Sentai Red Ranger.
Yes! So it is, motherfuckers.
ReZero's second core.
That's what I mean with fanfiction writers. Someone watched Go-Go Loser Ranger, like, shit, I can make this a fanfiction.
Rurouni Kenshin, Kyoto Disturbance. Shangri-La Frontier, Season 2. Solo Leveling, Season 2. Toilet Bound Hanakulu-kun, Season 2.
I actually want to watch that.
Trillion Game. Tying the Knot with an Agamami Sister.
I got scared for that one. I was like, this is going to turn to a garbage title.
Welcome to Japan, Mrs. Elf. Wonderful Precure. And Zenshu.
I don't think there's a single one on the list I'm watching this season.
Well, I will be watching Solo Leveling, ReZero. I'm behind in Rurouni Kenshin. Shangri-La fits into that title of I binged all but the last 3 episodes of, so I still haven't seen that. And there's another one on here I was going to watch. Strange Fake. I'll be watching the fuck out of that. Still scrolling up. Yeah, I think that's basically it. Yeah, we're going to be...
I think God Beastars came out this month. That's only going to last so long. We're going to chew through that.
Yeah, well, then maybe you can just catch up on some of the other animes that are out there that exist and that came out years ago.
I only watch with my partner these days.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, 86 is a thing.
Do you think he'll be into 86?
I don't know
I don't think he'll be into 86.
You don't think he'd be into mech war fighting?
Yeah.
No.
It at least doesn't strike me as something that has the air of fun to it.
Oh, no, there's no fun.
Yeah, so no, probably not.
No, it's all serious. Which I find weird, too, that I remember you saying that he is...
It's not like a hard rule, but it's like a nice general rule of thumb. I'm sure you could see how Dandadan slotted perfectly into that.
Yes. But did you watch Hell's Paradise with him? It's not really...
Yes, and he did like Hell's Paradise.
Because it's not fun in Hell's Paradise, I'd say.
No. But it is different, at the very least.
And I'm sure that your massive urge to watch it really...
Yeah, I was on top of that shit like Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
I even told him, I was like, hey, it's totally cool if you don't end up liking this. Just tell me so I can continue watching.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so sweet. Blue Lock came up as a banner. He's like, I'd watch more of that with you if you wanted to watch that. I'm like, you don't have to do that, babe.
I'm not gonna watch it with you.
He's like, we did. I was like, we didn't even finish last season. I was like, I thought we did finish last season. I'm like, no, because I definitely didn't finish last season. So there's no way that you did with me.
Which is funny because I did. I saw all of season 1.
I forgot what episode I was so offended at what they did to my glorious manga.
PowerPoint the anime.
Yeah. I saw another really good scene the other day, though.
Was it still a screenshot of a good scene, though?
No. It was Shido hitting a goal. The guy with the spiky hair with the pink accents. The crazy guy. Of course, he enters the flow state. And what image do they give for him entering the flow state? Sperm fertilizing an egg.
What the fuck?
He looks up at the ball and he's like, oh, and then you see an image of it. He's like, my cells are exploding. But then he does a backflip kick. It's fucking lit. It's actually looked really cool. Which makes, there's been 2 scenes that looked really cool, and both of them have been him.
Well, that's the problem. 2 scenes in 13 episodes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot of bad scenes that could happen in it as well.
Absolutely. But to give me a little bit of faith, I'm like, man, maybe someone in there, stopped huffing glue and realized they have a moneymaker.
Well, hopefully, because season 1 wasn't as bad if the negativity towards it, but season 2 is just everyone is shitting all over it.
I think the problem is the budget was drained by the end of season 1, so it ended on that negative note. So we start off the new one with no benefit of the doubt,
which is wild because Blue Lock
makes so much money.
Is it this year that it's going to be the number 1, or was it last year that it was?
I don't even remember.
Best-selling manga.
I think it was last year. I'm about to find out.
It's probably going to be JJK this year, maybe. Unless it ended too soon for whatever was in second place to be able to pass it.
Will anything explode this year?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, Blue Lock was last year. Blue Lock, Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece, Oshinoko, Chainsaw Man.
For this year?
Last year.
Oh. And we should have a relative guess of what it is this year. Or who's currently in the lead, because December sales wouldn't be up, but...
I don't know when this was posted, specifically. Because it's not, month dated. But according to this, JJK, One Piece, Free Aaron, Apothecary Diaries, Blue Lock.
Oh, yeah, Free Run would be... Ooh. Free Run would be the only one that... Because Free Run came out this year.
Yeah.
That's one that I'm I think I said the same thing, too. Is I've been, tempted to read it, but I'm the anime is really good, and I kind of want to experience it as an anime, but do I want to wait?
This is another one I felt ended, but it keeps coming back with more for whatever reason. Haikyuu is number 8.
Slam Dunk came back with a movie, and it fucking skyrocketed
last
year. Yeah, wasn't it? Also in the top 10?
Yeah, it was in the top 10 last year.
But from what I understand, Slam Dunk is the pinnacle of sports manga. So if you're going to watch or read a sports manga, I guess that's the one to watch.
Weirdly, I would pick Haikyuu.
Honestly, probably
if I went to another one, yeah.
Because, I'm not a sports fan, so, it would have to be, really fucking good for me to watch and or read a sports anime / manga.
Plus, I like playing volleyball.
Yeah, volleyball's fun.
It does actually, aid in that.
Problem is, isn't Haikyuu also, super long, though?
Yeah. Again, they keep just kind of doing more for no reason. Let me see. So that is totes Shonen Jump.
Yes, it is. 100%. 100%.
402 chapters.
Jesus Christ. I was expecting, low 3s. Not low fours. It's showing me what the fuck I was thinking.
People swear by that shit, though. But I'd have to catch up to Blue Lock again.
I was about to say something, but then I remembered that KaguraBachi is a thing, and I think KaguraBachi might be number 1 next year.
Probably.
Because I was about to say, if One Piece is number 2 this year, One Piece might see itself back in the highest selling since Demon Slayer blew up.
Yeah.
So I think One Piece was 2009 was the last time it was the highest selling. But I'm also still surprised that One Piece is so high right now because it's lost 2 whole volumes this year. It's 2 volumes short because of breaks. Oda had a surgery this year. When he was actually recently, we had another break because he just went to Africa.
Well, it's still like 200,000 over Free Aaron.
Not that many.
Not that many. It's 2 million under Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, JJK is going to fall off hard next year because it's no new volumes.
Just like how Blue Lock fell off this year because there's no more back sale. There's not that explosive back sale of all the volumes they had.
Right.
Now it's settled at 3.8 million.
But yeah, because Odo is just in Africa because they're filming season 2 right now.
Nice.
Of One Piece. Joe Magnolello is fucking Crocodile. Magic Mike.
Isn't that Channing Tatum?
I mean, he's in the movie, but no.
I didn't see Magic Mike.
I
know, probably the most massive surprise of the century.
Maybe Magic Mike is Channing Tatum, but I just know that Joe Magnolello is in. He plays D&D. He's Deathstroke, or was Deathstroke in that one scene. I'm just going to look up him.
You're getting closer to one scene in what?
One of the DC movies at the end. The DCEU that's now getting rethink. This guy.
Still no.
You don't know him? Really? You've never seen him before? He's a popular D&D guy too, which you wouldn't think, but just by looking at all
he's hot as hell. I'll say that much.
Let me see if there's a fucking.
There's only one D&D person I know, and that's Matt Mercer.
Yeah, so he was in Magic Mike. He was in
True
Blood. He was in Spider-Man but you remember the original Spider-Man. He was the bully. He was in How I Met Your Mother. I didn't know he was in that, but I didn't see that anyway. But yeah, no, I've been seeing him. I've seen him around a lot. But alright, you don't know Joe Magnolello.
I only know Matthew Mercer. Our Lord and Savior McCree.
They played together on the finale of season. Well, I mean, their first campaign,
nice.
Critical Roles. He was a guest a few times, and he came on for their final episode, the fight in Vecna, nice. And it's this huge fucking epic moment where he steals it from their party and then leaves. Hilarious. They get him, he plays it all perfectly, he gets right there to it, and they all freak out, because then as soon as he steals it, he says his character teleports, so he closes his book, stands up, and walks away.
It's great.
He just stole the main magic relic their main bad guy was using to torment them, and he just took it and left.
It's fucking awesome.
And then I guess, I could be wrong about this, but I think that Wizard of the Coast wrote a full, you can buy a book or something of, what his character did after that.
That's awesome.
Apparently, he has a fucking epic, D&D dungeon in his house.
Damn.
That he, hosts, and he hosts, celebrity stuff. Celebrity D&D stuff. And then his own little thing. Yeah.
I know Vecna because he's a Dead by Daylight killer.
Oh. Cool.
Right?
He's in Stranger Things, too.
Hey. I need to catch up to Stranger Things. Yeah.
Not that actor. At least I don't think so. Maybe he is. That'd be hilarious if he's just some side character. No, me and my wife are all caught up, but I only caught up or even watched it because she started watching it. One of those things, she's watching it and I'm sitting in the room with her, so I'm hearing it. And then I'm starting to glance over it every few seconds, and then find myself pausing my game and just watching it. And then we ended up just watching the rest of it together.
I only watched one D&D campaign before, but I didn't even finish watching that one through.
Well, the problem...
It wasn't Critical Role.
Well, the problem with Critical Role is each episode that they do, their main nights of their main campaigns, they're 3 to 4 hour long videos.
That's not a problem.
No, but then you realize that there's 150 of those videos.
It still wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. So the most I've seen is of campaign 2.
I should watch it because I do love Matthew Mercer. He's great.
Yeah.
What a fantastic man.
See,
what a great voice actor too.
Because I remember when campaign 3 started and when campaign 2 ended. Because I liked the story elements of what they were doing a lot in campaign 1, but it was their first campaign, so it's you might like it, it depends on who you are. That one's more couch, not really couch D&D, but it's more couch D&D than campaign 2 is a little bit more professional settings. They have a studio, but now campaign 3 they're just going all in it.
Yeah, full production.
But I was watching campaign 3 on release when it first happened for the first 12 episodes. I watched each one the week it came out, and when they uploaded it to YouTube anyway, because they do it on Thursday nights late at night, and I'm not sitting around for 4 hours watching this live on Twitch. I'm sorry, which is where they do it first. But I don't know, I just wasn't. It was the beginning of a campaign, so it's I just fell off it personally. Yeah. But campaign 2, I love their characters that they have for it and all their story bits, and they have a lot of iconic moments and scenes, funny moments in it. So heavy moments. It's good stuff. So I would say, if anything, watch campaign 2. It's a great thing if you have nothing to watch for a shift, because one episode would last you your entire
That's why I said that's not really a problem. If anything, I'm looking for those kinds of videos.
Yeah, because I
watched that 3-hour Asmon coverage of the Game Awards. I watched the whole thing. And I actually watched it.
Did that take the whole shift because you keep pausing, or you don't pause?
No, I barely pause. The only thing I would have paused for is if I really cared about the thing on screen. I probably paused for Onimusha.
Oh. I was more saying, would you pause because...
Oh, the D&D one?
No, customers coming in. Is there any reason you need to pause, or you just keep your headphones in and just check them out?
Keep it going.
Because there's nothing to really look at for Critical Role. They're all just sitting around.
It's probably for the best.
They don't have really visuals going on. They have in the center of the table, they have Matt makes his own... stages for them to put on. They all have their own little figurines that move around, and he has his own boss minis that are all pretty cool. So maybe when he first brings something out, you might look and be like, oh wow, that's a fucking awesome set piece. His set designs are fucking... Sometimes I sit around a lot of times when I see these videos, and I'm like, how does this dude find the time of the day to do all this stuff? Because not only is he writing the plot of everything, has to come up with all those characters.
He heads it as an organization.
Yeah, but then on top of that, he still has all his other voice acting work. Yeah. He's Vincent in fucking Final Fantasy Remake.
I just saw a clip of how he found out he was Vincent. That was great.
Because they brought him in as just a side character.
As a child. Yeah. Side character.
And then they played a video for him, and they're like, so what if you were actually a different character? And then it shows Vincent, and he's freaks out. It was cool. It was very wholesome.
I love him. He's great.
Yeah, he's great. But it's a lot of work, especially the minis. That takes a lot of time. Or the stages, and if you see some of this, the combat areas, or
the sheer planning that goes behind a campaign.
Yeah, and they do that every week, every Thursday, 4-hour thing. Now, granted, he might write up a 30-minute thing that's going to take 4 hours because. Character fucking players are. They fucking you get stuck on a door for fucking 45 minutes. Or they go off on their own little tangent and things you improv. But then at the same time, this is his third campaign, hundreds of hours in. Well, third Critical Role campaign. He's been playing D&D his whole life. Dude's got it down to a science now. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, you got that down to a science, but
he lives
still a lot
for
of work. And I'm like, where do you find the time of day? I know it's your full-time job, but I don't think I could do that. I don't know if I would have the time to do that. But it's good stuff. I would recommend Campaign 2. Or even just watch the fucking final episode. That's what I did. I didn't watch all of Campaign 1. I watched, like, the big, like, the popular scenes from it, and then I watched all of the last 2 episodes. It's fucking awesome. So, that's what I did.
Hell yeah.
Campaign 2 is definitely the better of the 3. It's also the longer of the 3. Campaign 1, I think, has, like, just over 100 episodes. Campaign 2, I think, is closed in on, like, almost 200 episodes.
Damn.
But now they do so much other stuff because I'm subscribed, like, or I'm not subscribed, I follow their Twitch account.
Yeah.
I don't get as many Twitch updates or notifications, but there was some times that I felt like 3 or 4 times a week somebody was on their thing doing something. Yeah. Not necessarily just Matt, like one of the players, because it's all the same players.
Yeah.
One of them might DM like a one-shot or something. They'll do something like that. And I was like, there's always something going on in Critical Role, D&D related. And I'm like, these guys put a lot of time into this stuff.
Yeah.
Good for them, though. I mean, it's their main hobby, and they're just doing it for work.
Making it work.
The dream. Living it. But back to the manga.
Back to the manga.
Not much really happened this week in KaguraBachi, but it was cool to know that Samara has a daughter.
Yeah. Who
and
doesn't know him?
He's not supposed to know her, but the end of the chapter totally is like he's like looking right at her.
Yeah.
With the owl eyes, so obviously he knows who she is.
And this fucking weirdo from the Hisaku just carrying around with the enchanted blades even though he can't use it.
Yeah, isn't that the one that the other guy has the contract with right now, though?
I don't think so. Because they didn't say which sword it is.
I thought they did. I thought they said the Kugeri, which is Urahara's sword.
No, the Kumeyuri is his sword. I think that was her calling him by name.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
That's pretty much like the whole chapter.
Yeah.
Them talking about the new deadlock.
Now, here's my thing, too, though, that I was thinking in this chapter, because it's like, yeah, this ninja squad is very, honestly, the best people to fight Samara with, because you can't sense them or whatever, because they fight without making sound or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, was he just playing around, or these guys, because, like, if you think that, then they would just fucking dog walk Samara. I don't care if he has a sword. He can't see, hear, smell them. He doesn't know where they're coming from.
I wonder if Owl gets around that now too.
True. Maybe it could.
Right.
Because I feel like if they just all these dudes and Chihiro with a fucking his own enchanted blade,
just roll up.
Because this time, like Chihiro is caught off extreme. Like
he's literally teleported in.
Yeah, he all of a sudden is in front of Samara, and then he's got the shock value of Samara being a bad guy. Hakuri on the ground, and fucking Urahara dead on the floor. And then Samara just attacks him. And, you know, he's already been fighting a bunch of other people, so I think he'd put up a better fight against Samara round 2.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got the ninjas to back him up. So I think that group could take Samara if they had a good strategy to go through. Samara's still a fucking beast.
Yeah. Plus, we don't know whatever the third mode his sword would have, because they seem to keep following that.
Yeah. And also, they don't seem to be wanting to try and fight him head on, to trying to get to the daughter, to go through her.
He also didn't want his Shaku to just run rampant either.
No, definitely not. But I think whatever's going to happen, I don't think Well, I really should not just say what I think is going to happen in KaguraBachi, because it always goes like 380.
Hokazona's going to punch that right down.
Yeah. Because the way it seems is because Natsumura's just on the loose, he's turned the stalemate between two into a three-way stalemate. It seems to me the direction is going is that Chihiro's group of the ninjas and him are going to deal with the Samura issue. And then Hisaku will be like, well, Samura's dealt with, now we can move on with our plans.
Hey, we'll just scoop up Tobimune really quick. Peace.
Or just enact their plans to kill the other two people, and then do whatever they're going to do with the Shinichi. I love the same thing, though. Fucking Mr. Shiba going on about how he couldn't protect Chihiro again. And then lets Chihiro go off on his own to go fight a fucking sword bearer by himself without Mr. Shiba around. It's like, why isn't Mr. Shiba with them? I feel like a teleporter would be really good.
Well, they're just kidnapping a defenseless girl right now.
Yeah. The daughter of the dude.
Yeah, but he's not supposed to be there.
But he's gonna be. Because I feel like a teleporter would be really good against a blind guy. Unless, again...
One who randomly moves very fast when he got his sword.
Yes. But again, you might be right, where Owl gives him some kind of other vision. Other than, obviously, he has his echolocation thing that he used. Or no, he uses smell, not echolocation.
He uses both. Because they were ringing the thing to do the echolocation part. And notably Bloodlust.
Yeah, but Shiba doesn't give off Bloodlust vibes.
No.
He's quite calm.
Cool and collected.
Yes, when he was beating up all of Hakure's brothers. I loved that page flip still to this day. It's like, oh, Mr. Shiba's fighting those guys. That's right. Page flip. Oh, he beat all those guys. They are all on the ground, beat to shit.
Craters and everything.
Yeah. It's like, I wish I saw that fight.
About to put his cigarette out on someone's eye.
Fucking savage. Savage.
The day we get Mr. Shiba flashbacks, could be so fed.
I just want Mr. Shiba action.
I just want more Shiba.
Yeah.
Where's my Mr. Shiba arc?
I feel like he's got not the Gojo effect, the Yamamoto effect.
The not seeing him often makes you want him more?
No, that he's been, because we know he's been like, oh, when you picture the pinnacle of sorcery, it's that man.
The pinnacle of sorcery.
So it's like, in Bleach, Yamamoto's supposed to be like the strongest Shinigami, but it's like, okay, why doesn't he ever fight like the big bad? He's always like...
And why is it that the few times he does fight, he doesn't win?
Yeah. Yeah.
Brutes.
There are reasons for both.
Of course.
That both can make sense.
But it's still a data point.
Yes. I don't like the second one more. Like, I get the Aizen situation, because even Aizen's like, yo, I ain't stupid enough to fight you head on without a plan. And his plan
created life to fight you.
Yeah, and his plan was really good. I created that thing that absorbs flames, and it's going to blow up like a nuke of your own powers, to force you to block it yourself and take damage, to incapacitate you. I know it's not going to kill you, it's just going to incapacitate you long enough for me to complete my goals to where I get to the point where then you can't stop me. But I don't like the second one, where it's just a regular-ass Stern Ritter that's copying Yuha's powers that drove Yamamoto to such a point.
It's the air of that plot twist you forgot about in Naruto that remind you of the body doubles for Itachi and Kisame.
Oh, yeah.
Ha ha ha, you were really only fighting 30% clones of these characters.
Exactly. He's like, yeah, I get it, Yamamoto's missing an arm at this point, but he's still Yamamoto. He should have he did dog walk that dude as Yuha.
He dog walked that guy.
But then when the real Yuha
Let me show you every single ability my Bankai can possibly do. Any single one of these would have beaten you. But let me show you all of them.
Well, the only reason it was that because
the audience wants to see cool shit.
Yeah, Kubo was like, fuck, I'm gonna kill off Yamamoto, but I would get so much hate if I didn't show his Bankai to the fullest to everybody, so I'll just do that.
Here.
Which is cool.
It's got modes.
Which is funny, too, because, like, Yamamoto is strong as fuck, and I think he would have beat Yuha right there if he had his full powers and wasn't being a little bitch about it. But if Yuha has the Almighty, I don't see that happening. I still think Yamamoto loses hardcore to the Almighty.
I put your flames out with a water bottle in the future.
I brought a fire extinguisher.
In the future.
In the future. Imagine that was someone's power. It's just like to send messages to yourself in time. So like, oh yes, you have fire power. Good thing I sent my message to tell my previous self to put this perfect thing inside my jacket pocket. Aha, here it is.
You know those threads where like you give a power and they give a downside?
Yeah.
Here's your downside. You can only send messages to your future self. There you go. Just keep getting reminders from your past self.
The most useless thing. Useless power. There's no use for that. There's no way you can help your future self.
Right, the only use I can think of is to remind your future self where you hid things, but there's no guarantee it'll reach your future self at the exact moment they needed it. So you just get like, I hid that valuable thing in this box in the closet over there. Shit, I moved.
Shit, a meteor landed on my house 3 weeks ago.
The wife took that. Damn it.
Fuck. She took that in the divorce.
I said there couldn't be anything valuable in a shoebox.
Brutal. But yeah, so I think Mr. Shiba's getting that treatment of he's very strong, so we have to make sure he's always doing something else. Because for majority of the things we've seen...
It is the Gojo effect, though.
Yeah, but at least with Gojo, at least when he's not sealed anyway, when Gojo's got full force, he's basically in it all the time. He goes to the fucking... as soon as he's able, he goes, breaks the fucking barrier, and he fucking turns the rack guy into a fucking coat rack. Then he
True.
shoots Hollow Purple at Nanami.
It's not like Shiba's being held up by a special anti-Togo Shiba barrier.
Yeah. And then, the Shibuya instant, he just goes in there. He's like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and handle everything. Kills Hanami. Fucks everybody up. Does his 0.02 second fucking domain expansion. But then gets trapped in prison realm. They're like, okay, we got to get rid of Gojo for a while. But as soon as Gojo comes out, what is the first thing he does? Teleports right in front of Sukuna, Kenjaku, and Urume. And he's like, yo, bitches. We fighting. So it's like, Shiba doesn't do that. So I say he's more the Yamamoto side, where it's like he's used in certain...
He has all the opportunity, but doesn't.
Yes, but doesn't take the opportunity. Yeah. So, because like during the fucking, the main Rancor fight with Aizen, when they come out and they're all standing there, Yamamoto just stands there while all the other captains are getting dog-walked by the Espada, and he's just like, ah, yes, there's a monster over there that's like just a big angry hollow that's fucking up some lieutenants. I'll go kill that thing. But I won't go one-shot one of the Espada so that frees up a captain to then go fight a different Espada. Or I put a flame cloak around Aizen, Tosen, and Gin that they can't get out of for a time so that we can deal with the Espada. Why don't I instead just go Bankai and just melt the three of them in there instead? Because I'm not in the real Karakura Town. It's a fake one we set up. So I have no reason not to use my Bankai in this situation.
I always forget about that one. Oh.
Yamamoto is just used poorly through the series. But then it's like, I get
Your
it.
characters are so powerful, you need to construct a fake plane of reality just so they can duke it out and not destroy reality.
But he doesn't even duke it out in there. He destroys a few buildings with some flame pillars, but that's it. The reason they made that was to trick Aizen into there. So when he came to the thing, he was in the fake KaguraBachi, not the real one, so he couldn't immediately turn it into the real Kyuku. Not the Hoyaku, the key to the...
So it is still, we need to make a fake town so that there's no collateral damage.
Well, not in our fight, in that Aizen can't immediately make his key. Because that's what he would be able to do.
Yeah.
But then doesn't do it immediately when he goes to the real KaguraBachi. Bleach read in. I know. I love Bleach.
Yeah.
And I love
so it's
Thibond,
almost like this is just a giant excuse.
There's a lot of giant excuses in Bleach. But then also a lot of good writing that. But a lot of the good writing
it's up there, those sentences in my analogs of history, like, I'll resurrect everyone I killed in the village, and...
I hate that, because the only named character that's rezzed is fucking Kakashi.
Yeah. Poor Shizune. Poor soulless Shizune.
And it's all about returning souls to everybody, too. It's like you took her soul personally. God took
every
the
one of
souls
these
of
shitty
everyone else.
sentences always comes with one of those catches that makes it completely invalid, too.
Yeah. What's your One Piece line of the day?
I haven't run into like a brain-shattering One Piece line like that. I haven't read much One Piece either.
You haven't read much One Piece. You're in Skypiea. You're in 300 plus chapters.
Well, I started in...
Oh, you finished Skypiea?
No, but I didn't start from the beginning of One Piece.
Oh. Well, I mean, you've seen it a million times, too.
Yeah,
so
I'm just saying.
I would not start in there either.
I wouldn't say I've been reading forever if I started at Skypiea. But I didn't. I started Reverse Mountain.
Yes. Yeah. So all of the Grand Line.
Yeah.
Started at the Grand Line.
Yeah, I literally looked up when Baroque Works was introduced into the story, and then kind of inched it back a couple chapters.
That's hilarious. That's where I started the anime back in the day when I did that. Because I'd seen the East Blue on Toonami a few times. We watched it together on DVD sometimes. Oh, yeah. And so I was like, I'm not rewatching that. So I looked it up and I started... when the Alabasta arcs basically started. That's where I started the anime.
Nice.
And then caught up on Punk Hazard.
Nice.
Yes. 15 years ago. A long time ago. 15 years of ongoing One Piece. Ugh. My poor soul.
You mean your blessed soul?
Yes. Very much. But poor soul for most of that time being anime only. So that was rough.
Oh, I got my universe-shattering line from One Piece. Hi, my name's Frankie. Awful. Terrible. What a horrible addition.
That's a travesty that you say that based on... I was literally about to bring up that his voice actor just retired. And for shame to you.
It's totally Frankie.
His Japanese voice actor is goated. He's also the...
That's like half the reason I don't like Frankie. No shade on him. It's One Piece. It's not his fault that they cast him for that role, and he did a good job for why he casted him.
Do you know Frankie was made for him?
I didn't know that.
He was cast for the role of Frankie before Frankie was introduced in the manga.
That's awesome.
Because he is the voice actor. He voices Bon Clay, and who's Swan guy.
Yeah, I know.
Baroque Works, and it's another guy. Who else does he do? Oh, Django.
Yep.
He voices Django too. So he's been a part of One Piece for a very, very, very long time. Did you know? I also found out that the voice actor for Chopper is Pikachu.
No, I did not know that.
I didn't. I found that out like 3 days ago.
I'm glad voice actors came up because I've been meaning to say this. The announcer for Marvel Rivals is Morgana Morgana from Persona 5.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's very jarring. Every time a round starts and that voice comes out, I'm like, oh.
It's the same voice?
It practically is. It just sounds like it's being played over like a loudspeaker, like it's an announcer, but it's the same voice.
Nice. Apparently, too, that Luffy's voice actor was Nurse Joy in the original Pokemon.
Oh,
too.
wow.
Not English, obviously.
Yeah.
The Japanese, but because the youngest voice actor in the crew for One Piece is Nami, and she's 55.
Okay.
So, yeah, Frankie's voice actor. He does not I saw some pictures of him, and he looks like he's 89 years old, super skinny, but he's like early 60s. And we've heard, like, everyone's been saying too, is like it's no difference. We can hear it in the voice in Frankie, and it's been probably a benefit for him that Frankie's as a character has been taking more of a backseat role in the last couple of years, because he didn't do much on Wano, and Wano was fucking 4 years long. And in Egghead, he had a little bit more stuff, but still not like a whole lot. He wasn't a centerpiece.
Yeah.
But no, that voice actor is fucking goated. And it's sad to see him go, but it's better to see him go on his own terms so that he can get the rest that he needs to, you know what I mean? So he doesn't fucking put unneeded strain on his body, you know what I mean? I also didn't know Goku's voice actor is 88 years old, and she's still, like, she's a fucking champ. It's like, I knew she was old. I thought she was, like, maybe like Luffy's voice actor.
Yeah.
She's, like, early 60s, late 50s, too. But I was like,
nope.
Jesus. Voice actors.
Committed.
Yeah, well, I mean, One Piece started in 2001-ish. Anime. 24 years, 25 years of the same voice. Cast. None of the main crew has ever changed. Jinbei's voice actor is the oldest. He's in his 80s as well. So. And we, like, most estimates say the manga, like, on our side, Oda always says things, and we never believe him, because if it was, we went off based on what Oda was saying, One Piece would have finished, like, 4 years ago, based on, like, his first estimation of when it would end. But everyone's saying it'll probably end somewhere around, like, 2032.
I just thought that year. Hey.
Yeah, we think it's got at least, like, 5-7 more years. For One Piece. Sounds about right. But again, I worry about Oda's health.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I saw pictures of him. I say pictures of him because every photo of Oda is always never of his face. And if his face is in it, like, he just went to, like I said, Africa, and then showed a bunch of pictures of him with all the new actors for Vivi, Robin, and Crocodile, and then also some of the original cast. And every one of them, he has it's like a fish.
Yeah, what they use for their author comments picture.
That is like a sticker over his face.
Yeah, it seems pretty standard these days for the mangakas.
And there was one interview that he had with the Luffy actor. That you didn't hear what he was saying.
I used to know his name. Damn it!
It's like Anuki or something like that.
Yeah.
But the camera was behind Oda's shoulder, so we saw his shoulder.
Ooh.
But he doesn't look that bad physically, like from the neck down. Like his body doesn't look too. But I know he's got gout, he's got eye problems and stuff. But
just like in the Tatsu interview when I went to see Dandadan theaters, it showed his editor's face. It showed his editor there talking in the same room as him, but it did not show Yukinobu's face.
They just want to be anonymous. I mean,
it literally showed everyone but Yukinobu's face.
Especially someone like Oda. Well, the problem is we do know what Oda looks like. We've seen pictures of him, but those are old pictures.
I almost feel like Show to Jump learned from that almost. There's a certain cutoff point where they just stopped showing anyone's faces.
Yeah, well, especially for someone like Oda.
We've seen Kubo. The man who's born with sunglasses on.
Yeah, well, you remember seeing when he made the announcement before Bleach came back, when he announced that Bleach was coming back, he looks like a totally different person.
Oh, I didn't even.
Yeah, completely different. or Kishimoto, or if Kishimoto and Oda go to a restaurant in Japan and everyone knows what they look like, they're gonna get swarmed.
Yeah.
And they don't want Oda getting swarmed and potentially, hurt.
Stubbing a toe.
Or that, yeah.
Anything.
I don't think they even let him out of the house. So they're trying to protect their identity so that they're not. None
of them want to be superstars.
I wouldn't.
Possibly besides Kubo.
Yeah, Kubo looks like he wanted to be back when in his younger days.
He does. He's a maverick. He has his own little club of fans. Like, that man wants to be a superstar.
So yes.
Yeah.
But let's see if I can find the...
Glasses man does whatever glasses can.
Wow, oh, there he is, right there.
Oh my god.
Totally different person.
What happened, bro? You look even better with shades right now, though. Just saying. Get them shades back on.
Look, like...
It looks like his soul was sucked out of him.
That's a different person, but it's not.
Oh god.
Both of these are official pictures of Kubo.
The effects of being a mangaka.
Yeah. Well, and then whatever, we don't know what health issues he had at the end of Bleach. I don't know if it was just stress-related health issues. Because anytime there's any kind of break in any manga, they're like, I'm having health issues. It's like, are you sick or are you just exhausted and you want to sleep?
Like, either way, do it, bro, but
yes,
please tell me.
Because, like, Oda's takes breaks all the time. So, that 2032 could get pushed further back.
Fujimoto also takes breaks all the time.
Yeah, breaks all, man. Ridiculous. So, it's like, I worry for... One Piece, especially because like when the anime, the live action's going on, Oda takes a lot of time to go there and make sure everything's going smoothly, putting in input, doing all this stuff. So that takes time away from the manga.
On top of just probably being excited to see it too.
Yeah,
like I think a lot of that effort comes from excitement.
I'm excited for season 2.
Me too.
I hope that they do Chopper right, because he's going to be all CGI, so I hope he's not terrible to look at. Especially because it's a TV show, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I expected all CGI, though. Like, they're not going to make a believable-looking Muppet of Chopper.
No, it's going to look horrible.
Yeah.
If it's a Muppet.
We're way past that these days.
Yeah. I think they could do it, though, because, I mean, they had a higher budget per episode than Game of Thrones did for season 1. I don't know what the budget is for season 2.
Yeah, but Game of Thrones didn't need to make goblins.
No, but they had to make fucking dragons.
Are those practical?
No.
So they just CGI'd the dragon.
Yeah, but that's
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No, so I'm still saying for the puppet argument.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyone can make good CGI. They just don't. I know it's a could. Could.
It's money though. It costs money. That's what I'm saying.
Money and talent.
Yeah. The talent.
Yeah.
Very big thing. But I'm hopeful. Elbath has been fire.
Nice.
So, but there's only been like 5 chapters of it because of the amount of breaks we had. And I think there's a break this week too. I don't think there's one piece of... Well, there wasn't this past week, so hopefully there's one this week. Let's see. Yeah, chapter in 3 days. Cool. So we didn't have one this past week. That was sad. Bears.
Which, let's see. Some other dates. No breaks,
I assume the next week will be something. I assume they're going to take some kind of break for New Year's / Christmas.
Well, we got Kaiju tomorrow and Spy Family this week.
Glorious. Yes. Glory. And then we'll just double up on the Wild Strawberry and
There really wasn't much to say about it anyways.
There wasn't, yeah. Same with Chainsaw
I'm
Man.
happy it's over. The flashback's over.
I'm still mad the girl did nothing through the whole fight.
I'm sad that she also shared in the moment after doing nothing in that fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, oh, you're the best mentor as you're standing there, just gripping your fist.
Instead of helping him fight. Would have been way better if the two of you did it together. But whatever. Fine. It's okay.
I wonder if they're going to recruit one of these losers to complete the trio again. The 2 male, 1 female trio.
Maybe.
The Naruto McGangbang surprise. Well, not surprise because it's so expected.
Very expected these days. KaguraBachi's staying far away from it, though.
Yeah.
Well, kinda, because you gotta think you got Chihiro, Hakuri, and the girl.
Surprise. Well, the girl is like never on screen.
Since her arc ended.
It's the boys squad. It's Shiba. Hakuri's the girl.
Just boys being boys.
Boys being boys.
Yeah, I can't name a single female character in fucking...
We have the female
KaguraBachi.
ninja.
One of the ninjas is a girl?
Char is the little girl's name. And yeah,
yes.
the girl, the one with the braid, I'm pretty sure is a girl. Which, funny enough, that means the ninja squad is 2 dudes and a girl.
But Chihiro breaks that up.
Yep.
Oh, don't you worry, though. There'll be a new manga soon enough. They'll have the one to replace
yeah.
it.
I will say, now that I think about it, they are kind of getting away from it sometimes. Not really, no. Because Jujutsu Kaisen had it. Chainsaw Man had it in part 1.
Well, Jujutsu Kaisen had it until the Shibuya incident.
And then it was boys
And
being
there's
boys.
boys being boys.
Ugh, that just reminded me of that awful scene with I just don't want Hana to replace Kujisaki on the team. Hana being Angel.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid. Probably calling it there.
Yeah, it's a good place. We'll double up on the ones, but...
They were both short and not much to say anyway, so that works perfect.
Yeah.
And Magi.
Which is sad, because you actually read Magi.
Which we'll just read more Magi.
Yeah. And we got time, because we won't have a recording next week, because Christmas is next week, so...
Literally on the day of the recording too. It's not even, there's no wiggle room there.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like, yes.
That's
Holiday. Alright, folks. Dukes of Weepdom.
Dukes of Weepdom.
Episode 91. Take care, y'all.
Peace.
Bye-byes.